Hi, and welcome to the show. Our travels have taken us on some wacky adventures, and we have seen a lot of great places and met a lot of fantastic people. But personally, I've been missing some green. Not green as in dollars, but green as in landscape. Look around me. Look at the sky, the trees, and the grass that line the landscape. We're in the Midwest now, and I am loving it. It brings me home. Specifically, we are in Illinois, the land of Lincoln, as it said, and have landed in a suburb of Chicago known as the village of Woodridge. Incorporated in 1959, this small town is nestled about 30 minutes southwest of Chicago, mere minutes from Interstate 355, Route 53, and Interstate 55.
Being this close to 355 as we are, it makes it very easy to get on and off the highway when we need to. I used to live in Carroll Stream, and it was a much farther ride to get to, the highway. So I really enjoy that, and I really enjoy living not too far from Village Hall because there's a lot of great walks around there. So, we just basically, my husband and I will take, about a 13-minute, walk, straight down, and around, and walk around the little lake and come back. And
you can hit the library and
yes, we do, actually.
Drop your mail off. And
we actually do that. And in December, it's really nice because in that area, they have a lot of the trees lit up, so the Park District will light the trees, by their area, and the village will light trees, going up and down Janes Avenue, and in the Village Hall area. And it's like, so as you're driving through there, you just see a whole host of trees, up in lights, and it's just gorgeous.
Over 32,000 people live here in Woodridge, and the town center is the nexus of activity. If you go online to the URL above, you will see the town website. It's a wealth of information on the town, its services, and its history to date. We are not going to go through it this time because we think it would be a great topic for another show. Instead, if you go from the town website to Woodridge's Park District and hit on Parks and Facilities, you'll find a matrix that lists 30+ parks and their respective amenities. There is also a map of the bike trails in the town. These resources are very useful, especially if you're a new resident of the area, like Travis and myself.
I moved to Woodridge about 8 months ago, so this past winter.
This past winter, and what was that like?
It was different. There was a lot of snow. It was different for me. I'm from out west, so seeing all the white on the streets and on the trees and all over was much different. It was a very different experience for me than I've had in the past.
And why did you guys choose Woodridge as your place to live?
Well, one, my wife is from the suburbs here, and so we wanted to come back home close to her family. And it was really just, we were very comfortable with this area. She was familiar with it. And so it just kind of felt like home.
Since you've been here in the past months, is there qualities about it that you found appealing? It's very comfortable. It's a very beautiful city. It's a very beautiful town. It's just the whole agriculture of the Midwest here, and the trees and the green. It's different than back west. So to have color in your life is very different. I'm actually from New Mexico. Before this, so I know exactly what you mean. Yes. Before we have brown, we have sand, and now to have blue waters with lakes and rivers, and to have green trees and leaves actually change colors out here. It's a bit different than just grass that dies and sand dirt that doesn't really change colors. So it's different. It's unique, and it's very beautiful. Now I'm a Halloween baby, so autumn is my favorite time of the year. The mixture of orange, reds, and greens is awesome. And after speaking with Dana and Travis, I am even more intrigued by the parks and how they are linked to the bike trails. Being here reminds me of childhood days when we rode our bikes for fun and adventure. So I'm going to use the map I got off of the Park District site and get some exercise, starting with Castado Park. Looks like there's an event taking place.
Yeah, Castado Park here is our most popular park. No question about it. It's our largest park. We get picnic rentals, family picnics every weekend. There's something going on in the park with people renting it for their own family picnics. The 4th of July, the Village 4th of July picnic is also held in this park. Because of the size and because of all the trees and the shade, a lot of people like coming out here. We've got a playground in the back for the kids. So there's a lot to do here. We actually have not only the sand volleyball, but we also have a 9-hole disc golf course that you can come out and play disc golf.
Right.
So yeah.
Now, see, I'm a new resident. I've been here about 8 months now. And one of the features when we moved here is the trails and that kind of thing. Me and my wife like to go walking, get some exercise, that kind of thing. But it's a nice environment to be able to do that here. So
Absolutely.
Appreciate you guys having it here.
Yeah, we do. We have many miles of bike paths going out throughout the community. You can really get from the south side of Woodridge all the way to the north side of Woodridge using our bike path system, which is fantastic. This is called the Indian Summer Fest. It's hosted by the Woodridge Park District. It's an annual event. We do it every year. It's usually the last Sunday of September. It's a great family event, as you can see, with all the activities going on. We get a lot of positive feedback every year. It's a free event other than the food that you may purchase for lunch or a snack. But all the activities here in the park are free today.
Okay. And how long have you guys been putting this one on?
Wow. I think we've been doing it for probably a little over 20 years.
20 years?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's got a lot of variety here. I see horses, I see jungle gyms, I see sliders.
Yeah, there's a lot of rides way in the back. We got a swing ride and a train ride. We've got our pony rides over here to the left. We have actually got a really neat event that we do every year where families can come in and make scarecrows. We supply all the hay and straw, and they can come out, put together some clothes and build a scarecrow, which is kind of a neat event. Like you said, we have the inflatables in the back, the slide and the big pumpkin back there. We've got a face painter, lots of different activities going. There's a lot of games going on way in the back too, back in the park. So there's miniature golf going on. We had a magician who's putting on a second show shortly, who also makes balloon animals for the kids. In fact, one of the more popular rides too is we supply transportation from our community center parking lot. People can park their cars there and then take a hay rack ride to the park here at Castaldo, spend the day and then take a hay rack back to their car. But a lot of people just like to ride it for fun, not even just to get back to their car. They like to stay on it a few times, so that's a real popular event as well.
With their kids?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, I don't see it on the map, but Forest Glen is definitely a Woodridge Park District park. It has playground equipment for children. It has tot swings for little kids, water fountains, and tennis courts. I also see a sheltered picnic area for families, and it says that site lighting is provided at night.
Woodridge has a nice family-friendly environment. It has great parks. It has a great library system. It has great schools. And you can also go to movies, shopping, anything that you like. And it's not too far from downtown Chicago.
Quite as big as Castaldo, but it's another picnic park on a little bit on the south end of town called Echo Point Park.
Yeah.
A lot of rentals happen at that park as well.
The first thing you notice with Echo Point Park is the parking is readily available. There is sheltered picnic area as well as picnic tables spread throughout. Horseshoes, play equipment for both toddlers and for older children. There are walking trails, porta-johns, and then bike trails and more.
Well, one thing that I really like is that they have a Halloween fright walk in Hawthorne Woods, which is across from Castado Park, and it is so much fun. So many. There's probably about 100 people, residents, who they get dressed up and they will, take various roles and be hiding, or just kind of walking around, and they all look like ghouls or goblins, or real scary. And then the little kids walk through, and last year I was there. Little girl was absolutely petrified to walk into like the first house, and by the time she got to the last house, she was like, "Oh, I'm not afraid anymore. I can do this," And she's marching up to it, and I had to laugh. But the walk is a lot of fun, for all ages.
Now, Mending Park is split in two by the street that runs through it. On one side, you have equipment play area for both preschool and elementary kids, as well as tot swings and elementary school swings also. On the other side of the street, as if it was meant to be that way, there are bike and walking trails for older kids and adults. Also by design, James Avenue Park is your outdoor sports activity park. It has basketball hoops, skate park, inline hockey courts, elementary play equipment, 2 lighted baseball and softball fields, 2 soccer fields, concession stands, parking lot, and drinking fountains are readily available. So I hope you guys have had a great time here in Woodridge. Many of the residents appreciate the accessibility of the trails and how they are integrated into the town.
Yeah, I like all the walking paths so that everything is connected. So you can walk, for instance, you can walk from Meadowview School or take your bike down the bike path and get to the lakes and the park back behind the Park District and continue up on towards 75th Street and the tennis courts in the park.
Though we've covered a number of parks, there's still so many. Some of which cover a specific type of recreation, such as the Village Greens for golfing. Cypress Cove is a water park. Lake Harriet and Carlton have boating and fishing. And I would be remiss if I did not mention the Woodridge Community Center. The Community Center is run by the Park District and is across the street from the town center. They have a host of activities and programs for toddlers up to seniors. We encourage you to go online and learn more about the Park District and the Village of Woodridge. It's a great town, especially if you appreciate the outdoors and fitness. Goodbye.